Let me clear it out to you guys for once and for all. Your nervous system does not give a shit about what your goals are. It doesn't really care about that, oh, I want to make 50 lakhs a year, that, oh, I want to make so and so amount of money. It does not give a shit about it. All that it cares about is your safety. All that it cares about is a survival. Anything else is later on. First of all, your safety and survival is the priority. But the question then here comes is, you wanting from here like more goals, more clients, more money, more visibility, more growth, more success. Who doesn't want it? So you wanting things that I want to, have this thing. But if your nervous system is already associating your visibility with judgment, success with pressure, leadership with criticism, and money with guilt, and I'll have to like work really hard and I have to sacrifice XYZ things, it's gonna resist away the goals that you want in your life, even though you want it. But at times, that's the reason you ask this question. Like, I want it, but I don't know, I'm just not able to get it. I want to do the things, but I'm not able to do it, is because you want your goals, your desires, and all your dreams are from your mind, coming in from your mind that I want this. But what about your body? Like how it is felt in your body, because your body is prioritizing your safety, no? So if whatever you're wanting to have into your life is unfamiliar, is associated with different associations like judgment, criticism, pressure, loss of relationship, loss of identity, it is going to push away that goal. It's going to make you sabotage your actions. And that is the reason it is very important for us to address the nervous system layer. Business is not more about strategy, because right strategy works, everything works, but it works if you works. You are the foundation of your work. And if the foundations are not set correctly, nothing is going to be, stabilized. So nervous system work is the foundation. It is something that needs to be addressed so that you stop pushing away your goals, the very goals that you're working towards. And I know how it feels to have that dream, that desire, literally in your heart that I want to do this thing and I want to do that thing. But, you are trying like really hard to have that thing into your life. And when you see yourself sabotaging your very goal that you're working towards, it really makes me, feel like what's wrong? Because that is what I want, right? But that's not how your body and mind is working, right? Even though you want something, but your body is prioritizing the safety. Any other thing, any goal of yours, it doesn't really matter, because for body, your safety is priority. And that's the reason nervous system work, nervous system layer, it is so important to address. So a lot of people think that I'm going to just decide that I want to be successful and I'm going to just go for it. And that is so not true, because you just deciding and going with it is not going to help you, because the nervous system is designed for you to keep in a familiar zone, for you to keep in a safe zone. So anything that goes beyond the space of familiarity is seen as threat, is seen as danger. And your system goes like, oh, no, that's danger over there. Let's not go over there. And that is the reason when you try to step up, when you try to call in more, like more money, more success, more visibility, consistently taking actions, you would notice yourself going into a space of anxiety, going into a space of shutdown, procrastination, self sabotaging, different behavior showing up that is resisting away those actions. From where do you think these things are showing up? It is your body's way of telling you that, hey, we are not feeling safe here. It is that, I mean, it's just that part. It's the way that your body is communicating to you that, hey, we're not safe here. And you need to address it. Because if you don't address it, that thing is going to keep showing up. That resistance is going to keep showing up. That self-sabotaging actions, behaviors, it's going to keep showing up. So safety layer, when we talk about nervous system, addressing safety layer here becomes very important, because unless and until you don't allow your body to feel safe moving ahead with it, it will seen as a threat and your body will resist it. And that's the reason you feel that, that heaviness in your chest, that, that, um, that sunken feeling in your stomach. That's the reason you feel, your jaws are tight and your shoulders are like pressure. It's because your body is communicating to you, saying you that, hey boss, we need safety here. And your job, it's your responsibility to allow yourself to feel safe in that moment. And this is the reason why you might have seen people swinging between, absolute motivation and a couple of days later moving into collapse. Complete motivation moving into collapse. Now, why do you think this is happening? It's because their body is already sensing threat. It's because they're already moving into a space of danger. It's a way of body saying that, hey, we are not feeling safe at this moment. And that is the reason it is going into survival responses: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. So if you ever notice yourself, you know, calling in a next level into your life and you planning a lot of things, but not able to take action onto those things, not able to execute onto those things, know that it's your nervous system. It's your body's way of saying that, hey, we are not feeling safe at this moment. And it's your job to, introduce that level of safety to your body. So your body moves into survival responses: fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. These are very common. You might have seen a lot of common examples into this, like trying to overwork, trying to control everything, and then, or this examples of flight could be like running away from the situation, just delaying things and not actually doing it. Freeze could be classic examples of procrastination, like numbing down, shutting down. And fawn could be people pleasing, getting into a zone of abandoning your own self. So there are a couple of examples here to notice. Like, it shows in different way in different people of how their adaptation has been in the past. So always notice, how do you react? Like, what are you doing exactly? Do you like numb out, or you're like, oh my god, just running, trying to do everything, trying to overwork, trying to push yourself? Or are you just trying to push it away and not like looking at it, not addressing that aspect? Because once you are aware of what is happening, why it is happening, you would be able to move past this situation. You would be able to handle this situation. You would be able to induce that level of safety, the felt sense of sensation of safety, and move ahead. And this is why, somebody could know like all the strategy, the bestest of best strategy in the world, but still not able to execute it, is because of the nervous system safety and capacity work. We want, like, more growth, more success, more opportunities coming into their life. But the question that we need to ask here is my system ready? Does my system has that level of capacity to hold the things that I'm trying to call in? Because, success, more money, more opportunity also comes with visibility, pressure, uncertainty, fears, navigating a lot of emotions. So the question that you need to ask yourself is, am I ready? Is my system ready to hold and process these emotions without collapsing? Because one negative thought could make you spiral. Now, just imagine the opportunities that you're trying to call in. It's like at a 10x, 100x level. So, the spiraling that you're experiencing at this level is, let's say, 1x. You would be experiencing at 100x. And now you are spiraling. Just imagine if that comes at a 100x level. Would you be able to handle it? And the answer is no. And your system already knows it. And that is the reason it is pushing it away, because it already knows your current capacity, how much you're able to hold at this moment, right? How much you are able to process without collapsing down, without spiraling. I mean, just imagine one uncertainty, one rejection. If that could make you a spiral, just imagine the 10x, 100x version of it. And that clearly states that your system is not ready to hold in more. So just thinking about having more into your life is not going to help you unless and until you build that level of capacity and safety within you to hold those opportunities. Otherwise, what's going to happen? Eventually, you will sabotage those opportunities. Eventually, you will procrastinate. You will lose the momentum. You will be out of action. If this is something that you do not want, start building that level of safety and capacity from within, that I am ready. My system is ready to hold it, man. Right? So build that level of emotional resiliency, emotional capacity, and a safety inside of you, inside a nervous system that come whatever come. Okay, I am ready for it. So that is the level of internal work that is needed for you to hold and call in that level of success, growth, and opportunity, and that is what you're working towards. So if this is something that feels aligned, hit the follow button because you're going to talk more about it. A lot of people are experiencing burnout. Now burnout is not necessarily physical burnout. That is gonna happen for sure. It's gonna show up in the body, but where it starts is at a mental level. It starts at the body level because you're constantly into that zone of fighting with your own self. That you're constantly in the zone of suppressing your emotions, pushing away your emotions, not being able to hold and process those emotions and suppressing them. You're constantly, in a battle with your own self. There's a lot of internal battle going on, right? There's a lot of push and pull going on internally, and that is the reason that is making you burn out. Because before even you are taking action towards it, a lot of internal drama, a lot of internal dialogues, a lot of internal debate is going on, because of which you face a lot of fatigue, you deal with a lot of exhaustion before even you go ahead and take the actions. And that's the reason most people feel like, oh, I have not even done anything, I didn't even take any actions, and look, I'm already tired. You are tired because a lot of work has been done, but that's been done internally. There's a lot of internal drama and debate happening that is making you feel exhausted, right? It's not the external action that you're putting into. You're not even coming to that level because all the energy is being sucked down because of the internal drama that is happening, right? So that's the reason it becomes really very important to work on this nervous system layer. Because if you're not working on this, eventually it's going to lead to burnout. There's a lot of internal things happening up. Eventually it's going to show up in the body and it will need to crash. And that is the only reason that I say that it is very important to work on the nervous system layer. I mean, you could be having the bestest of all the strategy out there, but unless and until you don't build a system that can hold things, unless and until you build a system that, you know, that executes consistently, that shows up consistently without spiraling down, without collapsing, no strategy is going to stick. Right? So nervous system is not just, healing work, it's the business work, right? It is the business, it is the foundation of the business. If you're not laying this foundation, nothing on top of it is going to stick, because eventually it's going to lead to burnout, eventually it's going to crash. Nothing is going to say sustainable. So when you talk about business, when you talk about growing, when you talk about more success, calling in more money, calling in more growth, nervous system layer is the foundation layer, and it cannot be missed because that is the foundation. If that is not done, everything else does not stick. Your business is only going to grow to a level that your nervous system feels safe holding. Because the moment it gets into threat, uncertainty, not feeling safe, it's going to go into survival zone. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn responses. You will be looping into that survival zone, and moving out of the survival zone is the work, is the task. And coming to a space of safety wherein you can actually execute, wherein you can actually take actions, and that is the real work, my friends. That is the real work. Okay, I have put down important links to join in the community. Check out paid communities, the group offer that we have running. Every detail is mentioned in the description. Check it out. Come inside. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. Let's build it together.